Borders are not just lines on a map. They are the invisible walls that whisper, "Stop," when all that fire inside wants to break free and run wild. They're the silent bosses telling you where you belong, what you can do, who you can connect with, and most painfully, the limits of your own dreams. Ever felt that squeeze, that choking moment when opportunity feels just beyond your grasp because someone, somewhere, decided lines on paper mean more than the pulse of your potential? That feeling isn't a freak mistake of life. It's designed. The world built these borders to keep ambitions neat, to keep control, and to keep risk somewhere else. But what if those lines disappeared? What if borders stopped defining opportunity? What if your next big idea, your breakthrough moment, your future didn't depend on where you were born or what passport you carried? Imagine the explosion of potential from that moment, no longer held back by where you are or who you know inside your tiny bubble. Suddenly, the brightest minds from every corner of the globe link in real time, sharing ideas, resources, influence, and courage. No bureaucratic bullshit. No gatekeepers deciding what's allowed. Your vision touches the world instantly. Your ambition jumps through borders like they were never there. What kind of power would that give you? What kind of life? This isn't some idealistic fantasy. It's a revolution already knocking on the door, waiting for those who see beyond the old rules, those who refuse to be caged. What's painful to admit is how much of your frustration and stagnation comes from those invisible walls. They fork your path, making you think the real opportunities live somewhere else, or worse, only belong to some elite. It shames you into compliance, into playing small, because breaking free seems impossible. If only borders didn't shut you out from networks, capital, talent, or even the sheer gutsy advice you need to scale your vision. If only those barriers didn't decide whose talents shine and whose die in the shadows. But here's the brutal truth. For anyone feeling stuck, spread thin by a system that promises freedom but traps you in rules, that feeling is no accident. It's the system holding you down, and it's your fire screaming to shatter it. You know power doesn't come from comfortable places. It comes from edges, those uncomfortable, chaotic frontiers where few dare to tread. You might be fed up, tired of fitting into boxes made for someone else. You want out. You want to rewrite the rules on your terms. You're done being processed, optimized, melted down into someone mediocre because someone else designed it that way. Your brilliance isn't missing. It's just misplaced, isolated by borders that divide what should be connected, that mute what should scream. These walls don't just divide countries, they separate rare minds, silencing connections that could reshape the future. And while the world builds walls, what the world forgets is that ideas don't respect lines. People don't either. The future belongs to those who understand that. Breaking free starts with a choice, not a physical one. That's just logistics. It's a mental revolution, a refusal to see borders as reality, but as the convenient fiction they are. Your will becomes your weapon. Every moment you question why something has to be the way it is, every urge to break down old mental walls, you take a step closer to true freedom. You don't wait for systems to change. You stop living by their fake rules. You become a sovereign force. You build your circle not by geography, but by fire and vision. You find the few who burn as fiercely as you do, no matter where they're from. Your greatest asset isn't a country or network. It's alignment, synergy with those souls who challenge and complement you. That's how empires fall. That's how real power rises. Not in silence, not in obeying borders, but through those disparate few who refuse to obey. And this isn't about joining another community. It's not about fitting into some global club or ticking off diversity boxes. It's deeper, because it demands ruthlessness. The kind of ruthless freedom that doesn't settle for belonging, but crafts becoming. The kind of freedom that won't let you stop until your reality shifts completely. When borders lose meaning, the way you move, connect, and create changes forever. When your network spans horizons without passport stamps, the velocity of your ideas crushes inertia. Capital flows to where belief lives, not where zip codes say investors should be. Talent finds you, not because you invited it, but because you built a space fierce enough to attract the rare and extraordinary. Think about what that means for your pain. That burnout from chasing limited local funding? Poof, disappear. The frustration of finding first-class talent but being trapped in a geographic talent pool that's mediocre at best? Gone. The anxiety that comes when scaling your impact is throttled by national regulations, cultural friction, or just the plain, quiet loneliness of dreaming big in a small place evaporates. When borders stop defining opportunity, your problem isn't limited resources or lack of contacts. Your problem becomes how to choose from all the possibilities in the world. You become a conductor, orchestrating a global symphony of ideas, resources, and people, turning what once felt like scarcity into a bottomless well. But this kind of disruption doesn't come easy. It demands you be critical every damn day, question every rule, tear down conventions that bind your thinking. Be patient and bold at the same time, because breaking borders inside your head and business, rewiring your networks, scaling without traditional anchors, it's a long game. The benefits don't always come fast, but when they do, they shake your reality to the core. Every failed attempt, every dropped connection, every no is just proof you're on the edge of something greater, and edges are where true progress lives. The center will always want you to play small, to follow scripts that keep you boxed in. But at the edge? That's where you rewrite the story. Here's the secret. This freedom you seek isn't given to you. It's made, crafted with intention, by being selective, aligning fiercely with the few who share your fire and vision, not because they fit a nationality, a culture, or a market, but because they fuel you, challenge you, spark you into becoming more. The network of your dreams isn't built by collecting contacts. It's created by weaving connections that are different, not similar. Strength doesn't come from copying the same patterns. It comes from contrast, clash, and complementary forces. The collision of diverse minds, diverse backgrounds, and viewpoints that never asked for a permission slip from a border control desk. And here lies your biggest gift. When borders dissolve in the way you think and act, when your definition of opportunity includes everyone who dares, your impact isn't just bigger, it's exponential. Because you're no longer fighting all the system's broken rules alone. You merge, you multiply. Your visions don't just make waves, they start tsunamis. This is how the rare align into power. This is how forgotten brilliance lights entire cities. This is how the future is built, not by nations or corporations, but by the individuals who refuse to be ruled by lines forever drawn in the sand. It's terrifying. It's messy. It demands sacrifice. But you've never been here to play it safe or comfortable. You've never been built to follow, to settle, or to be quiet. You've been built to disrupt, to burn brightly even when the world says low profile. The pain you feel isn't a signal to stop. It's a flare calling to the rare, the wild, the restless, who know that to build tomorrow, they must destroy yesterday's illusions. Borders are illusions. They were carved by fear and convenience, never by truth. And when they fall away, the wildest, fiercest, most brilliant parts of you find the space to grow. So right now, if there's a flicker inside you, a restless whisper that says you were meant to reach beyond your current limits, listen. The future doesn't care about your zip code. It doesn't ask for your documents. The future belongs to those who break free, connect authentically, and build relentlessly beyond walls. It's waiting for those rare few who trade comfort for fire, complacency for rebellion, limits for endless horizons. So don't just imagine a world without borders defining opportunity. Live it. Tear down your own walls, connect with the rare few who dare like you, and watch how the world unfolds at your feet. Every moment you hesitate, someone else crosses another wall, breaks another rule, redefines what's possible. Don't let the world shape you. Shape the world. And in that freedom, find the power no flag can ever give, no system can ever take. The fight isn't outside, it's inside. Every single day, you choose who you become in this limitless world. Choose to be sovereign, to be critical, to transform your reality. Reject the fake freedom sold by borders and systems. Create your own freedom, fierce, uncompromising, real. This is the path of the rare, the misunderstood, the brilliant. They are not lost. They are just waiting for each other. And when they come together, everything changes, because borders stop mattering and opportunity becomes infinite.